Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's JDOG here in JDOG'S DVD Dungeon. It's late at night. It's almost 1:30 in the morning here. I don't know, I just woke up. Got a cold right now, too, so pardon me if I feel all plugged up and shit, or if I sound plugged up, I guess I should say. But there's just something that's been eating at me all day. Earlier today, I watched George Romero's Survival of the Dead, finally. I'm not going to say how I seen it. Let's just say I seen it anyway, and I don't know, I've been hearing a lot of other reviews and stuff out there that have been just really bashing this film and dragging it through the mud and whatnot, and I don't know, I just felt the urge, I guess. I had to throw in my 2 cents into the internet world and let people know what I thought of this film, because I watched it today, and I watched it with an open mind, and yeah, mind you, like everyone says, the CGI is really bad in some spots, but I was willing to get past that, and actually, I kind of enjoyed the film, actually. Oh, pardon me. Too much ginger ale, but yeah, I'd put it on par almost with Land of the Dead for me, so yeah. Yeah, you can throw your stones, you can badmouth me, call me a goof, whatever you want, but I don't know, that's kind of what I think anyway. But first off, let's kind of talk a little bit about the man himself, Romero. Like we all know, a lot of us know, he directed the classic. Yes, first we had Night of the Living Dead, black and white, 1968. That's just a classic. Like I like it so much. I got the Karen Cooper tattoo on my forearm right there. So big fan of it. I know I've gone on record saying that I enjoy the 1990 remake a little more. Yeah. And then Romero, he gave us the Day of the Dead, all-time favorite film. If I didn't have my jacket on, I'd show you my Dawn of the Dead tattoos, but then we had Day of the Dead. Love this film as well. A lot meaner spirited, probably the most mean-spirited of the Romero zombie films. And you got the new generation of the Romero films, like the new Dead trilogy, I guess you could say. Started with Land of the Dead. Really enjoyed this. Even though I'm not a huge fan of John Leguizamo, it's probably, well, besides Carlito's Way, it's probably the most I've enjoyed him in a film. And then, yes, The Weak Sister, I didn't enjoy this as much as Survival of the Dead. Still like this, though. Enjoy it for what it is. I know, I really get what Romero was trying to do with this and stuff. Diary of the Dead. And now, I guess we'll talk a little bit about Survival of the Dead. The newest Dead film. It was just premiered not long ago in Toronto. Should be coming out on DVD soon. Yeah, no theatrical release around me, unfortunately. But anyway, this film, it starts out with, I think you might remember this character. You seen him, he was in Land of the Dead. Can't remember what the hell the character he played in that. But then he was in Diary of the Dead. He was part of the group of like Marines or whatever that robbed the kids in the motorhome, and guy's played by Alan Van Sprague. I don't know, seems to be Romero's new favorite actor, but he plays Sarge Crockett in this. And it starts out showing him and a bunch of other guys. They're doing some militant stuff, killing zombies and whatnot, but they don't like being controlled by the man, I guess you could say, and being told what to do and whatnot. So him and a few other Marines or Coast Guards or whatever they are, they decide to defect. But this isn't until we get to see probably the worst CGI in the whole movie. Like a few minutes into it, I know the Dead Pit Boys, they referred to this as well, when the guy got his face bit off. It was just like, what the fuck was that? Like, it looked like the zombie was chewing on a mouthful of CGI flesh. Like, it was as bad. And then when they showed the guy's face, yeah, I don't know. That's my biggest knock on the film. Like, I don't know why you can't go back to practical effects. And the ones in it, they weren't bad, but if you're going to make these films, George, I think you should be using the guys that help make these films popular in the first place. Like, if you can't get Savini, maybe get some guys from Savini's classes. Like, that way Savini can oversee it. If you ain't got the money to afford Nicotero and the boys, I don't know, I think drop the budget and just don't do the film, as far as I'm concerned, because at least in Land of the Dead, the gore was great, the effects were great. You had some alright stuff in Survival. But anyway, to get away from what I was talking about, you got these guys, they decide to defect and go off on their own way. They figure they're better off on their own. So then it shifts over, you're introduced to the other main characters in the film, and they're off this island. I think it's called Plum Island, and off the coast of Delaware or something. And yeah, for some reason, I guess it's only Irish that are allowed on this island. Like, you got, must be pretty fucking inbred there, if you ask me, because there's only supposedly 2 families. Like, you got the what are they? The McFlys, or the old Flynns, I guess, and pardon me, all coughed up. And the Muldoons, led by Seamus Muldoon. Yeah, badass Irish guy. He's got the beliefs, like, he's a real religious guy, God-fearing guy, and he figures that there's going to be a cure for this. We got to keep the dead ones around and stuff. And you got Patrick O'Flynn. He puts together like a posse, and they're out. Like this, they start showing it 6 days after the thing, and like dead start coming back, and they're out shooting them and stuff. And they come across this family of Muldoons, and they got the kids chained up upstairs. They had turned into zombies, and that's kind of when shit all hits the fan. I think the mother, Muldoon, she ends up getting blown away trying to defend her children, and then the Muldoon posse, they come in, and just as the O'Flynns are about to take care of the kids, and they say, no, they're Muldoons, we'll take care of them our own way. And there's a big stink kicked up, and it's decided like they were going to kill Patrick O'Flynn, the leader of the O'Flynn clan, I guess you could say. And but it was decided by his daughter. I can't remember which one it was. There was 2 of them, both played by Kathleen Monroe. There was Janet and Jane O'Flynn. One was a zombie, one wasn't. Anyway, it was decided that they would put him on a boat and just cast him off the island, kind of send him back onto the mainland. He could fend for himself amongst the zombies. So it was decided, like, he must have been a captain or something, because he had him and some members of his loyal crew. They decided they were going to go with him. And so yeah, that's kind of where you get the story from that. Then it shifts back to the group of militant Coast Guard, whatever the fuck they were, out robbing and pillaging things, and they come across a group of guys. They're camped out. They sneak up on them, let them know that they're there. These guys, they start getting cheeky, try to take a blast at Sarge Crockett, so they end up shooting all these fuckers, except there was this kind of a geeky kid. He was kind of hiding in the weeds, and he makes himself known, and he befriends the group. They kind of let him come along, because he was like, I was just with these assholes anyway for protection. So then he goes and takes back all the shit that they looted off. I thought that was kind of cool. And so yeah, they kind of all joined together. And you had this one guy, he's still working a laptop out there and shit, and the kid's like, you want to see something fucking cool? And he's like, check this out. And he shows him on his iPhone or something, like this video that O'Flynn had made and put out across the net. Like, to lure people to Plum Island, he was saying. They give the directions, saying this is a place that was under control. The zombies weren't really eating motherfuckers there, and things are pretty lax and chilled. So it was decided amongst the group, what the fuck do we got to lose? We're out here fighting daily for our lives. We may as well check Plum Island out. Like, hey, it might be the smart thing to do. So anyway, the group, they make their way down there, to where I guess you get to the docks, I guess, where the ferry was and stuff, to get you out to the island. And all of a sudden they're greeted by O'Flynn and his goons. And here it would seem to be, it was all just a setup, and kind of a ruse that they put out over the internet to lure people in so they could stick them up at gunpoint and take everything they had from them, like money, whatnot. And yeah, so give them a boat and send them on their way out to the island. Say, we'll take everything you got, but here's a boat, and then the island's this way, kind of deal. And like Crockett and his band of goons, like the boy and all the other guys, Cisco and Tomboy, the girl. It was cool. Like, she showed her, like, she was a lesbian. Like, this Cisco cat, he was trying to get with her. He wanted to eat a little fish and stuff, but she wouldn't let him. And yeah, it shows her rubbing one off. And at the beginning of the movie, I thought that was kind of strange, but not bad. I didn't mind a little sleaze in a Romero film. But anyway, getting away from the plot, they kind of get into like a battle, a shootout with O'Flynn and his goons, and because these guys, they show up, Crockett and his boys, they show up in an armored car that they had found. Just by chance, there happened to be over $1 million still in this armored car, so O'Flynn and his boys are kind of interested to see what's going on. They want to shake it down and get a piece of that cash for themselves. And I guess I'm getting kind of long on time. I'm going to cut this off at where they're shaking down the cash, and yeah, I'll do this as a 2-parter. Stick around. Thanks for watching. Peace.